Now it's our turn to make our layered landscape. You're going to be given a sheet of paper, and what you need to do is fold it in thirds. So I'm going to kind of guesstimate where a third might be, and then I want to take this side and kind of guess where a third might be. And by shifting the paper till you think you about have it right, where each 1, 2, and 3 are about the same length, they'll divide that paper into thirds. After I get this edge lined up, I can do my best to crease. And again, it doesn't have to be totally perfect, but try your best. And so when I open this up, I have 3 different levels, 3 different segments. Now this is going to be my background, this is going to be my middle ground, and this is going to be my foreground. So we're going to start with the background, and that's the furthest piece away. That's going to be your sky. And I think I'm just going to make a nice dome for my sky. Now this middle ground could be the hills in the distance or the ocean in the distance. So with that, you can draw what you like. I'm going to draw some mountains. And then this last one is going to be your foreground, which is closest to you. So I'm going to make it, I think, a bunch of bushes. Can't even go off. So background, middle ground, foreground. So the next thing you need to do is take your scissors. We're going to cut these out. You want to cut out your line. And then I need to cut along this crease to get up to my next set of cuts. I'm going to cut out my mountains. Okay. And then again, I got to cut up this crease to meet my background, which is my sky. Okay, so when these all get put together, it's gonna look like so. You can switch it the other way if you want. Doesn't matter. But you're gonna have your sky, your mountains or ocean, and then your foreground. So I need to start by making some fun line art, and I'm going to start with my background here. I think I'm going to make a big sun, and I will make it maybe a sunrise and give it some fun rays off of it. And I can create some interest, give it a little bit of patterns, some designs are always fun to break up your sky like this. And so when this closes, you can see the sun peeking behind my mountains. Now this next part with the mountains, I think I'm just gonna make the tops of my mountains and do a bit of the snow caps. Now since this is hard to see against the sky, when we draw this in, we need to line that edge part. I'd suggest taking your extra paper and using that so that when you go along here, you're not getting the Sharpie on your table or your work area. I'm just gonna go along this edge. And you'll see that it'll help make them pop out. So they're standing out a little bit better. Now with my foreground here, I'm just gonna do some fun, I think, flowers. And I'd start with one, start with another. And on this, I think I just wanna make different petals. And again, we're using strong line to create our art for this project. Maybe a little bit bigger. I think I actually want to go over some of these with my darker marker to help them really stand out. But it's totally up to you. And so I'm just going to go behind. So it gives a little depth because even within this, it's on top of each other. So it looks like it's behind. And again, the whole idea of this project here is to show depth. So for this part here, I do need to line some of these so that it stands out. Oops. And I need my paper again. And you can go as thick or as thin as you like. Okay. So once I put that all together, you'll see. Next, we'll be coloring these in. But I'm gonna leave this up to you to continue creating your art. Deciding on thick and thin. You can add leaves. And so on, and fill this up however you like for your middle ground. All right, that's all.